Now let's turn to the war in Ukraine. For more than 2 years, BBC News Russian service and its partners Mediazona have been gathering and verifying the identities of more than 50,000 Russian fighters killed in Ukraine. Now that figure is 8 times more than the losses Russia has acknowledged. The data collected by the BBC reveals that more Russian fighters died in the second year of the war than the first, a reflection of how Russian tactics have changed over time and confirmation that the human cost of the war has only gone up. Lead investigator Olga Ivshina has more.
In Russia, the number of war graves is growing fast. 5th of November,
09.11.
9th of November.
01.11.
Listing the dates of death, volunteers have sent us this video from the city of Vladivostok. And here is the same cemetery from above. In the last 2 years, it has grown twice in size. A pattern seen in graveyards all over Russia. Since the start of the invasion, the BBC and its partners have been verifying photos of graves, social media posts and news articles to track down the number of Russians killed fighting in Ukraine. So far, we have verified 50,000 names. Our data shows that Russia has lost 23% more troops in the second year of the invasion compared to the first. This reflects the shift in tactics. At first, Russia was relying on its professional soldiers deployed to carry out complex operations. But since January 2023, Russia started sending thousands of inexperienced troops to what soldiers themselves call the meat grinder.
The Russians are now able to bring a lot more firepower to bear against Ukrainian positions when they go into the offensive. As long as the Ukrainians are unable to shift that balance of firepower, the meat grinder tactics will very likely continue to be quite successful in taking limited areas of ground across the front.
Prisoners, recruited and sent to war, have been crucial to these tactics. In return for 6 months on the front line, they were promised freedom if they survived. To understand the average military lifespan of a prison recruit, we have tracked down more than 1,000 inmates from the day they signed up to the day they died. Our data reveals that more than half of prisoners in our sample have died within just 12 weeks of arriving at the front line.
And the prisoners would be sent first onto the Ukrainian positions. And that would force the Ukrainians to reveal themselves and engage them, possibly with artillery. The real units would then be able to conduct their own offensives against already pre-weakened Ukrainian positions.
Whilst our count only includes deaths recorded publicly, data from cemeteries across Russia suggests the true figure is likely to be twice as high. Asked for comment, the Russian government did not respond. And as Russian forces continue to push on, pictures of new graves keep coming every day. Olga Ivshina, BBC News.